sure that, in fact, most data that is on mobile networks ends up on the web ultimately as well. So yeah, I would imagine that the more manufacturers start using Android, the more likely it is that we'll see mobile data ending up on the web.
So are you referring to like text messages and call patterns and that sort of thing, or what do you mean by mobile data?
Well, so all of the applications that people use are potentially data that can get on the web that you could visit with a regular desktop browser, or they could be sort of stuck within the carrier's networks. And I think that since the mobile market is going to end up being a lot bigger than the desktop market and laptop markets, that it's really up to sort of it's this transition where we start, say, browsing everything on our mobile phones, as to whether that data is going to get sort of locked in the carriers or if it's going to end up open on the web. All right. Any other thoughts or comments, or maybe thoughts about projects? Because I'm about ready to wrap up for today, but I'd love to hear if you have any further thoughts about programming projects, or working together with lots of people, or not working together with lots of people. Because what I plan to do with Ed and Aditya is basically over the course of the next week discuss how we're going to basically enable the formation of groups, that are ones that I think people will at least be interested in working together, so any feedback that can help that process work would be great. If you're already working together with people, that's awesome, and I think that this is actually going to be one of the interesting challenges of the next part of the course. And I definitely hope that, for the next programming project, that you feel comfortable submitting code on a regular basis, as opposed to submitting code at the very end. So, I highly recommend that whatever you're building, you just keep checking it into the class repository, and so that you have kind of an authoritative place where your colleagues can look at it, and where you're less likely to lose it if your laptop dies or something like that. Cool.
Maybe we've covered this before, but are there any interface designers for GWT that let you lay out your widgets and just set up the skeleton structure of the code?
I'm not aware of any.
That's a very time-consuming
yeah.
part of the project.
Well,
there's something that's kind of close. It's called Smart GWT. I used it for my project. It kind of is like, have you ever done Java GUI?
Yeah.
It's a lot like Java GUI, but with a lot more things you can do. That's the closest I've seen.
Yeah. So if it's just to relieve you of any concern about website beauty, it's not going to be graded on how beautiful it is, but I'm definitely eager to see whatever you guys can come up with that looks cool.
Do you know anything about UBinder?
UBinder?
Yeah.
No, I'm not familiar with UBinder.
It's like some way of specifying grid interfaces using XML. I'm not very familiar with it, but I think it's kind of standard in the newest version of Git.
Okay. I'll have to. Is that something that was implemented for 2.0, or it's just?
Yeah, it was in
okay.
the beta for a while.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take a look at it. Any other thoughts or comments? All right. All right, great. So thanks for coming today. Thanks for having submitted programming projects. I trust you have. And I look forward to taking a look at them this weekend. And we'll convene again on Tuesday to discuss how we form groups. Great.